Girls who took notes using 50 different colored pens. Where are you now? Do you still continue to write using all those colors? Unfortunately not allowed in the line of work I chose. So now I use 50 different colored post-it notes. Improvise, adapt and overcome. If I may ask, what line of work are you in that prohibits the choice to use different colored pens? Certain law school prep guides teach you to take notes on court opinions using different colors. 90% of first-year law students show up with 4 different color highlighters. By the end of the last year, few still use them. In legal practice, I have developed color coding for notes of the cases I'm working on. I have not yet found a way to put a heart over the I in my filings. Save that for any judge with an I in their surname. There's a PM at my company that does this. No idea how the hell she has the focus and time to take such detailed Technicolor dream notes during meetings, but I've never had a problem with getting any relevant info from Urso Sue Gotta respect note-taking game like that. Technicolor dream notes is the best phrase I've heard all day. A good PM is solid F gold. If she ever moves to another company, follow her there. What's a PM? We all became bullet journalists. I moved that the term bullet journalists replace war correspondents. I was looking for this comment. I take notes on my computer at work, so I take out my pen obsession on bullet journals. Pilot Precise V5 Extra Fine is my pen of choice these days. Try it. You won't be disappointed. Surprised not to see our bullet journal further up. Am I allowed to answer if I'm a guy? Because I ended up becoming the Excel guy in my office. All of my spreadsheets are exquisitely color-coded. Formatting an Excel doc and making it look pretty is one of the most satisfying feelings in the world. My grade 9 science teacher forced us all to do it. He said that by color-coding everything you understood the material better because you had to think about it longer to color-code it and understand what other things it was with. Not just zone out and go into transcribing mode. He also made us do end-of-unit study guides. They had to be color-coded. A set amount of drawings. And unit words and definitions. The drawings were doodles based on things in the unit. He would mark them and hand them back before the test, which was because he knew if he needed to help us with something before we bombed the test. He was also a MMA fighter with cauliflower ears and not the type of guy you would expect to demand rainbow-colored notes. Edit. There's a lot of people asking for examples, so I'll make one up this afternoon. I'm a medical lab technician. I took notes with a million different colored pens in college. Up until 2 years ago. I graduated at age 41. Just bought myself a nice new set of gel pens. Real talk. Multiple colors really helped me categorize and compress complex ideas into things I could remember. It helped a lot in understanding the material and studying for tests. I think they're teachers now. And yes, they still use all those colors. Wow, just wow. I can't believe we are all teachers. This hit me really close. The only job I love and where my stationery obsession doesn't look awkward. Feels good to be a teacher. I love it tbh. Ha ha ha. Oh, dear. Yes. I am also a teacher. Yes. My desk drawer is a rainbow of pens. And I have ADHD. What is this thread? Not a teacher but an administrative, and yes, I have all the colors and use them. _caret. I use different ink and highlighter colors to compensate for terrible ADD. I work in a chemistry lab now. Sometimes I'll still use brightly colored pens to record my results for fun. But I don't ever switch between colors, color code anything anymore. All the different colored ink highlighting help me remember my notes come exam time. So now that I'm out of college, I don't need to switch between colors. I low-key miss color coding and taking notes sometimes, though. I still color code based on class. Each class has a color. This color includes the folder color, the pen color, the sticky note color that they are written on and placed in my planner on the date they are due. I also teach intro statistics to undergraduates, where I also color code parts of the equations and the values that get inserted to the equation, so the students can see where the numbers come from more easily. Edited to change kids to students. That was a poor word choice on my part. Apologies. My wife did this when we were in school and she still loves using multicolored pens for everything. She even uses her own pretty colors for writing in the labels for things at work. You can always tell work that was done by her from everyone else's. A true ray of sunshine. Edit. I told my wife about all the upvotes on this comment and she is thrilled about all the attention. Edit 2, 1/27, 7 p.m. Thank you so much to both of the kind strangers who awarded this comment. Never thought it would blow up so much. The wife is happy smiley face. I will never forget sitting in class and asking the girl sitting next to me for a pen. And she turns back to me with a straight face and says to me, "What color?" Edit. This blew up. Thank you for the award. That marks my first but hopefully not the last. Me. What color and do you need a matching highlighter? Was my go-to response in college. I forget not everybody is as color coordinated as I am. I don't know why that made me get a little misty-eyed. I was totally that girl. I am a med student now. Also I am failing because I no longer have time to use fancy pens and prepare colorful notes for all my classes. I work in an office setting now and do still like to use different color pens for things, if the situation allows it. I don't know if this will make sense to anyone else, but I love colors. I especially like the idea of colors being with ideas, personalities, names or themes. Oh, today is Monday. I think orange is a good Monday color. Pink is Friday. Green is Wednesday. I love how Windows 10 allows me to change the colors of tiles so that my computer seems more like me. I am constantly changing the colors of my Apple Watch face. I don't know. I think I have a problem. ETA, the thoughts and discussions being shared here have been very interesting and eye-opening. Thanks for the silver as well. Smiley face. I do just want to add that I am fairly certain I do not have synesthesia. I know someone that doesn't from my very limited knowledge of it. It isn't a voluntary of colors like mine probably would be. I always automatically like to stuff with color or mood, but I don't know that it happens involuntarily. Think of what I do as more of what happens in the video game Persona 5, where each character has a color with them intentionally. I love that kind of stuff. I have a few friends that do that. One of them is studying to be a doctor. Moved the colored pens to a tablet to easily switch colors. Another wants to become a sign language translator. Keep forgetting the actual term. Puts on a different color of gloves. Sign language translator to interpreter. I'm a high school English teacher and there's a big correlation between note-taking skills and success in my classes. Color coding notes definitely helps. Wait, what? Question mark. Teachers do approve of it? My teachers used to tell me I'd fail either high school and or higher education because I was wasting too much time on my colors. Edit. An autocorrect induced typo that apparently is telling beyond reasonable doubt that I don't know my grammar. A guy classmate of mine did this. One of the smartest in the class. His notes were fantastic. He's an engineer now and has a great family life from what I see on his FB. Cool guy. Jason, if you're reading this, you rock, my dude. I'm becoming a robotics engineer and just have 2 more years of school left, and color coding never worked for me. I prefer pen and pencil. I'm an engineering student and I only see black and white. Maybe that's why I'm not a straight A student, lol. I actually do. I'm now a professional scientist and it makes my lab notebook pretty. Plus, frankly, often it's really helpful to have multiple colors. I also like having a bunch of colors for seminar speakers because it somehow keeps me more interested to choose a different color for a different speaker. Honestly though, the core reason is the main reason I enjoy multiple colors is because I often feel the secret to success against procrastination is negotiating with your inner 5-year-old. Okay, you need to write these notes. But if you do, you can choose what color to write them in. You might as well find a little happiness in the world where you can. I had a friend who used to do that. One of the smartest people I knew. She is married now and has a kid and is a stay-at-home mom. Still one of the smartest people you knew. She figured out how to find someone that could work for her. I can only imagine that calendar in their kitchen. Edit. Slow down. If you want a copy, message me. Edit 2. I'm sorry if I don't get to everyone. There's a lot you guys asking. Hope you understand. Have a nice day. Smiley face. I color-coded my notes. I have OCD and it makes everything feel neater and easier to flick through. If you want, I'll give my system as I found it to be very useful. Maybe you will too. Oh, and I am currently unemployed, but due to the recent birth of my son, James, I've been looking into jobs. Smiley face. Or, an alternative way, I use black for titles and subtitles. As for me, the title isn't that important. The dates are written in a subtle color, because the focus should be on the stuff below. I'm not focusing on the title, more on the definitions, keywords, diagrams, instructions, etc. Blue is the most used, as that's usually what I use for simple stuff. Red is used for diagrams, definitions, and instructions, and research shows that red helps with more detailed information than blue. Also, red is cool. I highlight keywords in pastel pink because it looks pretty with blue, and highlight in pastel orange because fire and S. As for the summary, I write it in gray with a black border. It's a lot, but I mainly just focus on aesthetic more than anything.